Hello.
We can hear you,
Hello.
John.
Okay, good. Got it.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes, we can hear you, Len.
Let me know when you're ready, Brady.
Okay, we're good to go.
All right, very good. Good afternoon, folks. I made it just in time. I had a weird identity showing up on the township side, so they didn't want to let me in. Brady is Deputy Secretary Treasurer today. Otherwise, I can't see who we have at the table. We do have a quorum. Yes, I see Greg and Wib, and okay, very good. Then we'll get underway. So I need a mover and seconder for a resolution to convene as a committee of adjustment for October 11th, 2023 hearing. I see Len and looks like Greg. Very good. So moved by Len, seconded by Greg, that the Committee of Adjustment for the Corporation of the Township of Seguin hereby convenes at looks like 4:01 p.m. on Wednesday, October the 11th, 2023. All in favor? And carried. The Committee of Adjustment hereby convenes a public meeting as per the Planning Act. Applicants and the public can speak at the public meeting. When asked who wishes to speak to an application, please raise your hand, state your name and address, and direct all comments through me. Notice of decisions will be sent to applicants and to the public if requested. Only the prescribed persons as per the Planning Act may appeal a decision or condition of approval within 20 days after the decision. So I will require a mover and seconder, please, for a resolution to accept the agenda for today's meeting. Moved by, is that Lee at the end of the table, and seconded by Len? That the Committee of Adjustment for the Corporation of the Township of Seguin hereby approves the agenda for the October 11th, 2023 hearing. All in favor? And carried. I require now a mover and seconder for a resolution to accept the minutes of the previous meeting of the committee. Moved by Len, seconded by Wib. That the Committee of Adjustment for the Corporation of the Township of Seguin hereby accepts, as read and circulated, the minutes of its last hearing that took place on Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. All in favor? And carried. I asked the Committee of Adjustment for disclosure of any pecuniary interests with respect to today's applications. Does anyone have any conflicts to declare? None heard, so we will carry on. So we have one application today. I asked the Secretary Treasurer to introduce the application, please, Brady.
The purpose of minor variance application A 2023-0031F is to raise the existing cottage and construct a walkout basement beneath the existing cottage footprint and to reconstruct the existing decking on the same footprint, requiring a variance for lot coverage and gross floor area. No formal correspondence was received.
All right, thank you. And we have applicant and agent in attendance. Does anyone wish to speak to us before we deliberate?
Nope. No.
No. Okay. Oh, very good. So applicant and agent are fine. Len, I see you raising your hand. So over to the committee for comments and questions. Len, I think you're muted.
Len, you're muted.
Len, you're on mute. If you can unmute your microphone, please.
Okay, now?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Oh, okay. No, my question is there any requirement to know what the basement, if there's, what is in the basement? It just says basement. Does it
I can
living
jump in.
quarters, bathroom, anything? Is that?
I can jump in here, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
So since it's a walkout basement, the entire floor area of the basement is calculated for gross floor area. So it wouldn't matter if there were bathrooms or basements in there. The only thing that's not going to be calculated is mechanical space or stairwells. If that answers your question, Len.
So possibly, but then would there be a septic problem or anything of that nature? I mean,
So
The new septic order on order, so.
when the applicants apply for their building permit, they will be required to do a septic file review to ensure that the existing septic system can accommodate additional bedrooms if there are going to be bedrooms.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
The people we're getting to do the septic are already on board and they're waiting on the decision of this meeting. And then they're applying for the permit right away.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from committee? None heard? Okay. Then I will require a mover and seconder, please, for the resolution to bring forward this application. Lee and Greg, seconded by Greg. That the Committee of Adjustment hereby approves variance application A-2023-0031-F McFall to raise the existing cottage and construct a walkout basement beneath the existing cottage footprint and to reconstruct the existing decking on the same footprint, subject to a front yard setback of 12 meters, a gross floor area of 200 square meters, and a building height of 6.2 meters. The following variances to zoning bylaw 2006-125 are being requested. Bylaw section 6.3, table 6.2, maximum lot coverage permitted is 8%, proposed is 12% for a variance of 4%. Section 6.3, table 6.2, maximum lot coverage permitted is 8%, proposed is 12.1%. for a variance of 4.1%. And section 6.3, table 6.3 for maximum dwelling gross floor area permitted is 191 square meters, proposed is 200 square meters for a variance of 9 square meters. Subject to the following conditions, the extent of the variance will generally conform to that shown on the sketch plan submitted in the application. Number 2, that the owner applies for and obtains a demolition permit for the decks and a building permit for the cottage addition and decks within 3 years of the date of decision of the Committee of Adjustment. And number 3, that the owners execute an agreement with the municipality pursuant to section 45, subsection 9.1 of the Planning Act. And this agreement is to be registered on title, which will include provisions such as the submittance of a revegetation plan prepared by a qualified professional to be approved by the Director of Planning. All in favor? And carried. Thank you, gentlemen. You're welcome. You're welcome to
Thank you.
stay, or you may leave the meeting.
No, that's great. Thank you.
Jeff and William, your application has been approved. You'll get a letter in the next few days notifying you of the decision, and the 20-day appeal period begins now.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Committee of Adjustment, any other business from anyone? Nothing? Okay.
I just like to, Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to apologize for sitting here with my cap on. I had an accident last week, and rather than walking around looking as if I'm a World War III casualty, I'm wearing this little cap.
Understand. Thank you. Then I hope it wasn't too bad. All right, so I think we are on to adjournment. If I could ask for a mover and seconder, please. Moved by Len, seconded by Greg, that the Committee of Adjustment for the Corporation of the Township of Seguin does hereby adjourn this hearing at 4:11 on Wednesday, October the 11th, 2023. The committee will hold its next hearing at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, November the 8th, 2023, or at the call of the chair, unless the Secretary Treasurer has not received complete applications for committee consideration. All in favor? And carried. Thank you, folks.